Hello and welcome to CIO Leadership Live Middle East. Today, it's my pleasure to welcome Sumon Saman, Chief Information and Digital Officer at Ali and Sons, and also top CIO of the Year in the second edition last year of CIO 50 Middle East Awards. Hello, Sumon.
Andrea, how are you? Nice to speak to you.
Yeah, really nice. Thank you so much for your time. As I was saying, top CIO of the year last year, and in the third edition that is taking place this year, you were also one of the top 50 winners. But also, Allianz Sons has been awarded as IT team leader in the category sustainability. Thank you. I mean, many congratulations, and thank you so much for being part of this.
No, thank you. It's a huge honor. The team and I are very thrilled to be recognized for such an amazing award, something very dear to our group, dear to all of our hearts in terms of sustainability and what we must do to save the earth. So it's fantastic.
Well, I know it's well deserved because I've been following what Allianz Sons have been doing, not only in terms of digital transformation, we will talk about Project Quantum soon, but also this year you celebrated Reimagine the Future initiative. It's a tradition established by Allianz Sons management since 2020 to discuss the company's strategy. And I know with a strong focus in terms of sustainability, what are Allianz Sons initiatives in sustainability, Sumon?
Well, I think, the Reimagine of the Future for us is a huge event. It allows us to look at where we're going, how we're getting there, what are the key things we need to do to improve and grow as an organization. But this year was particularly pertinent because we focused on sustainability in line with what the UAE government's doing as well. And one of our key strategic moves has been, signing up to Mission to Zero, which is our journey towards carbon neutrality by 2050. Carbon neutrality means that the amount of CO2 an organization emits is equal to the amount it removes from the atmosphere. And for us, that's hugely important, and it's a huge focus from the board down to every single employee. That's one big thing that we have that we're focusing on. And we're also trying to embed a sustainability culture in our organization. So everything we do has to become norm of sustainability to become impactful. So, I mean, for example, using solar panels now in some of our business units, planting trees. We've already planted 5,000 trees in the Abu Dhabi mangroves. Our target is to plant 40,000 trees by 2030. Reduce plastic consumption. We don't use plastic bottles, or we've reduced dramatically the usage of bottled water in plastic bottles. Reducing and recycling paper. That's been a massive focus. We've already reduced 180,000 kilos of paper. So small initiatives that we believe will help us overall to improve how sustainable as an organization we are.
Well, small, I will say big and amazing initiatives, and how the IT team is supporting these initiatives, Sumon.
So, small examples again, we've designed, for example, in our oil and gas companies, we have lots of design prints that are done before anything can be built. Previously, we used to print thousands of design drawings. What we've actually now done is develop digital monitors that you can actually do the markups of drawings and stuff. So there's no need to print as much paper like before. So we've introduced that to our engineers, so they get around the table, they mark up everything on a digital screen, and then they shoot that off to people to use it wherever they need it, the latest copies. We've developed another initiative called the Almas card, which is a 3-in-1 digital card. It's for use for printing, so we can see who's printing the most, and they encourage them to stop. Control, and it's also used as an employee discount card. So if they're going around to many of our partners, they get discounts when they show the card. It's also a digital business card, so we don't have to print again paper cards. We've also reduced paper consumption by using an in-house developed application that helps us to approve things online. Previously, it would be paper going around to their various businesses and board members and senior management. Now it's all pretty much done through digital using this new application called EDMS that we have.
How can
And the other,
sorry,
sorry.
go on.
And the other thing is that we're also trying to do a lot of the support online rather than be on site and reduce travel. And for my team as a whole, we're really encouraging to plant trees, get involved with beach cleanups and reuse rather than replace and extend the life of assets. So these are some of the initiatives that we're doing.
In your opinion, how can CIOs and IT leaders drive environmental sustainability?
I think by adopting green IT practices. I mean, one of the things is using energy efficient hardware, optimizing, the data centers that are used, because these things consume a huge amount of energy. For example, the things that we're doing now is instead of replacing hardware after a 5-year period, we're extending that life of that hardware by actually replacing certain components and upgrading them. So we reduce costs and also improve the environment. So we don't have to, throw these things away. We're recycling and reusing. The other things I think I would encourage others to do is look at implementing sustainable software development practices. If the coding is done well and efficiently, then it takes up less processing power. And as you know, some programs are very hungry on processing power. They need lots of it. And that also has an impact on energy and the amount of energy that we use. The other easy ones are encouraging more remote work and greater collaboration online rather than having to travel everywhere. And I think the last one I'd say is, we have to train and encourage all our employees to think sustainably, and embed that in the way of how we do things, normal things, everyday things. We should always think, is this sustainable or not? Like wasting paper, wasting plastic. This all adds up.
Well, I think now you see I also have a lot of work because even, talking about IT leaders, for example, as Chief Information Security Officer is also an IT leader who needs to educate all the employees, to be aware of the cybersecurity threats. Not we need to educate our employees, even yourself, myself, to be sustainable. So I completely agree with all that you say. And also talking about sustainability, we need to talk about COP28 because it's taking place in Dubai with a strong focus on how technology can make a more sustainable world. What can tech companies learn from this event, from COP28?
Well, I think, it's fantastic that COP28 is taking place in the UAE. We're so proud that we're here and we can also take part and learn from a lot of the events that will happen. So I can't wait. I think in terms of what tech companies learn from this event, I think one is, embracing a sustainable practices, right? Prioritizing how you do sustainable operations, renewable energy sources, optimizing data centers for energy efficiency, stuff like that. Innovating new solutions for climate change. I think one of the key things is that if you can't see it, you can't control it, right? So imagine if we could actually develop technology that allows us to collect data more efficiently, analyze that data, and then report sustainability metrics that helps everyone to understand the impact of us not doing something or doing more of it to improve the climate and improve the surroundings that we live in. And I think the last one would be to promote a circular economy. Products need to be designed for longevity, to be reused and to be recycled. Today, even if you look at simple things like clothes, we wear them maybe 6 months, then we chuck them.
Yeah, no.
We need to have a circular economy that, we can reuse it, redesign it, recycle it. The same happens with hardware and tech products that we have.
Absolutely. And also, Simon, on the other hand, I mentioned at the beginning of the interview that last year you were awarded as the top CIO of the year. And that was because Allianz Sons recently launched the Project Quantum. That's the company's digital transformation strategy. How things are going right now?
Well, as anyone has done this, would tell you it's never easy. It's extremely challenging. It takes everyone's effort and engagement to get it done. You learn a lot of hard lessons through the way because every organization is different. I mean, I've done now probably over 50 transformations in my career, and I can tell you every one of them had its own challenges because companies are different, cultures are different, people are different. And this Allianz Sons is no exception. But the great thing about the transformation that we're doing here is that everyone is engaged from the top down. Every single leader is engaged in this project. They know how extremely important it is for our group. Every employee is looking at their leaders and saying, "Oh, if they're involved, I got to get involved." So I think we're making steady progress. We hope to complete a major component of the transformation by Q3 next year. And as you know, Andrea, you've been monitoring us. This is a key enabler for our growth and competitiveness as an organization. We have to get it right, and we have to do it well. And we're working with strategic partners such as Oracle, Microsoft, EN, which is former Etisalat, to drive this transformation forward. And the support we're getting from these major strategic partners is incredible. So, inshallah, steady. We're getting closer and closer to the goal. Hopefully Q3 next year will be done.
Oh, and inshallah, as we say here. And
Absolutely.
where is the company going to invest next year in terms of technology? You just mentioned that all the things are good, that will happen soon regarding Project Quantum. But next year is almost, 2024 is almost here. So what are the company priorities? What are your priorities as an IT leader?
I think our focus for long-term growth and sustainability is clear. Anything that will provide a tangible return on investment is where we look at opportunities to invest, especially if it helps us to become more sustainable and help us achieve the net zero by 2050. But some examples of what we're doing already is I've just kicked off a few projects on generative AI. I really, truly believe this is going to help our organization to improve efficiency, reduce costs, and power our growth. Gen AI we're just touching the tips of a massive iceberg. And I believe, organizations globally will really count and see the benefits by engaging more into this, using this kind of technology.
Absolutely. And I'm so happy to hear that. I think that every interview I've been doing, like everyone is talking about Gen AI. There are a lot of things that need to be discussed in terms of, compliance or what are the threats, because, the technology world is always growing up so fast that we cannot be ready for all the things that are happening. Sumon, thank you so much for your time. Many congratulations to Allianz Sons for these amazing initiatives in terms of not only digital transformation, sustainability, well deserved the award in the category of sustainability. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Andrea. It's good speaking to you. Take care.